Hello everybody, welcome back to FM24 with the European Journeyman Save, and today is our first European Cup final of the Save. I'm not too sure how it's happened either. Let's go and take a look. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Save, and we are taking on Liverpool in the Boris Palacianzin Sankaholabis Dynamo Arena in the Europa League final. Yeah, it's weird. It's actually gone reasonably well. We've got Monaco up to 9th in a top half league table position, which is good. Results haven't been smooth sailing, I would say. Obviously, the games we've won quite a few games since we've taken over. But we've also picked up some pretty poor results along the way. So after the loss to PSG, we actually went and lost to Nice as well, 4-1. We took the lead, which made it even more annoying. Away from home, getting a 1-0 lead, and then Nice turned it on. And it gave us 2 back-to-back league defeats as a new manager of Monaco, which was not ideal, to be honest. Yeah, some similarities from the goals. Crosses seem to be a bit of our downfall. We can't really deal with them, which is a surprise because we have really tall players. But we're learning. The players are learning, and they're getting there. It's actually their 4th goal, which is the best one, which you've just seen on screen. But yeah, 4-1 loss to Nice. Not great, to be honest, and we need to turn some things around. Turn them around we did. After those 2 losses in a row, went on 3 wins in a row, of which was topped with a 4-2 victory over Olympique Lyonnais, who were in a quote-unquote relegation battle with us, with neither of us really in danger of getting that relegated. But yeah, some cracking goals in this one. You can see Traore using his pace to get in behind for this goal, squared it, spilt, and Gouldin was on hand to fire home. We were 3-0 up inside 20 minutes and 4-0 up inside, well, just over half an hour gone. The second half was a bit different though. 2 goals for Lyon in that one. The first one from a corner from Cherki, who's still playing, into Pastel, found its way through to the striker who beat Melee from close range. But a 4-2 win really did see us really up into a good bit of form. We still play ourselves into trouble occasionally, as you just saw. And a game that sort of summed up the whole season was the final league game of the season, which was a 4-1 win over FC Metz, where we absolutely destroyed them, having 25 shots at their goal, with I think 18 of them on target. Their goalkeeper actually played really well, even though he conceded 4. They did get a consolation goal in the second half as well, but again, we're playing pretty damn well at the moment, and we're going into the Liverpool game in the Europa League in pretty good form as well. That was FC Metz's consolation goal in the 87th minute. And looking at the Europa League going into the game against Liverpool, this is how we've done it. Standard Liège was where we took over. A 2-0 win was the last game for the last manager, and then it was PSG, which we lost. We then beat Standard Liège 3-2 in this one, which was really nice, and then played Nice, which we lost. But we then were drawn against Bayer Leverkusen, a 2-2 draw against Bayer Leverkusen at home, but a 1-1 draw away saw us win on penalties, as Bayer Leverkusen missed 2 of their 3 opening penalties. We scored all 4 of ours, wrapped up the win. It was an all-French affair in the next one, 2-1 loss to Nice at home, but a 4-0 win at the Grand Stade de Nice, I should say, which was very, very nice indeed. Akamachi getting 2 goals in that one, and now we take on Liverpool in Dynamo in the final. It's going to be good. But it's not all plain sailing, because we have 2 injuries to the team that have actually done really well at the back end of the season. Elric Reingold is out with a slight knock, but given that it is the old hamstring, we're probably not going to risk him too much. But the big one is Ilias Akamach, who I wrote off before taking over this team. Yeah, he's been really good. He's been really, really good for us. 7 goals, 4 assists this season, most of them coming from when we've been manager as well. He is out, though, with a massive injury, torn knee ligaments 4 days ago in our last game against Metz. Expected to be out for 3 months, so he is going to miss the final against Liverpool. The only other news, the only big bit of news to report is that we have started the clear out of the squad ready for the summer. The easiest way to show you this will be in the transfer page. As you can see here, if we go to outs, we have Vanacore, David Luca, Singo, Adeline and Malouda all leaving for new clubs. The biggest sale is 31-year-old Martin Adeline for £14.75 million. He is going to Saudi to join Al Arabi. I mean, the club paid £28 million for him quite a while ago. They got a good amount of football out of him, but yeah, not playing for me, so off he goes. Aaron Malouda, the striker, is joining RC Len, where I'm pretty sure he'll have a better career for them than he has for us. Wilfred Singo moves to Saudi as well, joining Al Riyadh, and he is going for £3.7 million. Not bad for a 34-year-old defender. David Luca, the Brazilian left-back, I've never really fancied him. He started moaning. I moaned back at him. We agreed to sell him. He's moving back to Brazil to join SEP. I can't remember who SEP is. Is that Palmeiras? Yes, it is. Palmeiras. Yeah, we're taking a little bit of loss on him with that one. And Roberto Vanacore, our backup goalkeeper, is joining Montpellier. I was going to say Monaco, but that's us. He's joining Montpellier. We signed him for 9.75 million. We're selling him for 7 million. It's not actually true because we haven't paid the extras. So we signed him for 7.5. We're losing £500,000 for a goalkeeper that never played for us. I don't think it's too bad. But yes, we have started the Deadwood sale. So in this game, in the Europa League final, it will be Wilfred Singo's last game for the club. And he has done pretty well since Monaco signed him for £8.5 million quite a while ago. We're going to give him a bit of a send-off. He will be starting for us in this game. And I guess that leads us on to the point to say, let's go and play the Europa League final. So with those injuries, this is how we're lining up to start the final. It's a little bit odd. Malay in goal. Borje comes in at right back. Freitas and Efi Sankayan at centre back. Beraldo is at left back. Luis and Ricky in the middle, both of who are likely to be leaving in the summer. Singo starts his final game at the club as a right winger. Gordin plays behind Traore and Abdallah on the left hand side. We are going to try and take the game to Liverpool in this one. Not ideally where I wanted to play Singo in his final game for the club, but with Amakache being injured, we don't have another right winger. There are no good right wingers in the youth team or anything like that to call up, so this is what we've got to go for. And oh my god, Liverpool have lost 5 games in a row. What on earth is happening there? Wow, okay. They've lost 5 games in a row. They're coming into this one in terrible, terrible form. I'm going to point that out to them and be like, they've lost 5 in a row. Let's get out there and just pile the misery on them, to be honest. We'll give them all the faith and encouragement. But here we are then for the Europa League final. Our first European final of the Journeyman Save. Thiago Motta manages Liverpool. They've still got Darwin Núñez, Szoboszlai, Baldinzi is there. Dragusan is in, Radu Dragusan, I think currently at Spurs in real life. And Meslier in goal as well. Lucas Bergvall in there, again another Spurs player. So this could be interesting as we get ready for this one. It's the Europa League. We don't need to watch all of this because I don't have the music on anymore because it just becomes irritating after a while. But what can we do? We're coming into this weirdly in better form than Liverpool. Oh, it's a great tackle from Singo playing him as a winger. Traore picks up the loose ball. Back to Beraldo. Beraldo into Sarikaya. Sarikaya's had a bit of a resurgence, I'm not going to lie. These two at the back have sort of played their way into the first team since we've taken over. Here is Ricci. Ricky goes back to Sarikaya. Sarikaya, you can see he's waiting for a bit of movement in front of him. Trying to just draw Liverpool out a little bit. The referee is miles away from all the action, but I'm sure he's fine. And that's a great ball up to Gordin. Gordin gets to the byline. Gordin puts a cross in, and there's a header. We've hit the post. Singo keeps it alive. The right back who's playing on the right wing today. Oh, and it's unlucky. We've hit the post in the first 3 minutes of the Europa League final. I do think we have been pretty good with our set pieces in recent games. So I think we're going to stick with that and see if we can just unlock a bit more of the set pieces. We're having shots, but none on target so far. Borges into Freitas. All I can say is that this summer is going to be bloody busy in the Principality of Monaco. There's going to be a lot of signings happening as Raybold shoots over the bar. Malay not really too worried about that one. But yes, no one in our youth team or second team is really much ready to step up yet. Obviously, they might get a bit of a boost over the summer in attributes, but we are sort of thin on the ground in terms of players with all the outs that we're having and the changes that we need to make. But here is Lucas Bergvall. Bergvall comes forward, up to Baldanzi. Baldanzi has players in the middle, cuts it back to Kalla. Bergvall shoots, and it's over the bar again. And 20 minutes gone, Liverpool just edging their way back into this game. And actually, since we've put that on to say play for set pieces. I sort of feel like we've got worse. So we're going to take it back off and just say play normally. Don't have to play for those set pieces. But 26 minutes gone, 4 shots to 2. We've been a slightly better team. We've hit the post. It's interesting. Beraldo into Ricci. Back to Beraldo. Here is Saracaya. Fiorentino. Luis into Freitas. Out to Borges. Fiorentino, Luis. Back to Freitas. We do control the play quite well in this system. Freitas again. Looking for movement. There's Ricky. Ball through to Traore. Out to Borges again. Borges. Ball in. Traore! It's a goal. He's beaten Meslier, but it could be offside. It was very, very close. It was very, very close. It's being checked. It's been given. We're 1-0 up against Liverpool in the Europa League final. Get in there. Ricci into Traore. Traore, great ball through to Borges. Borges got towards the edge of the area. In it went, and it's a really good finish. Meslier arguably should do better. But 32 minutes gone, Monaco are 1-0 up in the Europa League final. And to be honest, I'm more impressed that we're 1-0 up in our first ever European final. And that is something to be very, very excited about. I do think once the players that we're going to keep get used to the system, players like Traore and Godin in behind, where is he? Traore and Walid Godin are going to be very, very good for us in this system. I'm going to say I'm happy, keep it up. We're playing well. We've hit the post. We've got a better XG. We've had more shots. Liverpool's form coming into this seems to be playing out in the final as well. And Thiago Motta will not be happy about that. We do have to keep an eye on Ricci on a yellow card, or Ricky on a yellow card. Our Italian in the middle, Baldanzi. The Liverpool Italian has fired in a free kick from range. What an effort from Tommaso Baldanzi. And that is one hell of a strike to make it 1-1. Baldanzi just curls it over the wall into the top corner. I think Mallet, that animation makes it look like he was close to it. In reality, I don't think he was anywhere near it, to be honest. But yeah, both our centre-backs not playing brilliantly. Ricci on a 6.5 on that yellow card. Also not playing great. And annoyingly, Abdallah, who's normally been very... He must not like big games because he's normally been playing quite well for us this season. We are going to be on Van Hoek for Ricci in there. Or Ricky. I keep calling him Ricci. I don't think it is Ricci. Daniel Freitas is going to come off for Todibo as well, just to give us another option at the back, because I don't like that 6.4 rating. So 2 changes, both of them a little bit more defensive than the other. We need to step this up. It's 1-1. We have trained penalties. Attacking corners and penalties is what we trained, is a sort of a pre-match training. Fitness-wise, Abdallah is not doing very well and is tired. So let's bring on Elric Ringholt, who we've been using at left-back, but we're going to give him an option in his preferred attacking midfield left position. Fiorentin Luis not having a great game either. But then it's sort of like there's not much else we can do. So, I know we've said we're going to try and not use shouts, but we are going to use a shout because it's a final and I want to win. So let's go shouts, encourage. It's 1-1 against Liverpool. They were just favourites to win this game with the bookies. Our board were expecting us to lose and our fans were expecting us to win. And at the moment, at 1-1, with us being the better team, I sort of feel like we maybe have edged this enough to be considered favourites for this competition as it stands. Beraldo is going to come off. We're going to replace him with the outgoing David Luca. Actually, are we going to do that? No, we're not. We're going to bring on Martin Adelani for Beraldo, and then Martin Adelani is going to sit up there. We could move Galdin over, but I'm not sure. I think we'll leave it like that. By the way, Wilfred Singo rocking a 6.7 whilst playing out of position. I think that's great. We're going to say, try and score the winner for us from that inside forward position on the left-hand side. 8 minutes to go. It's a tough game, isn't it? It's a tense game. Here's Connor into Urman. Over the top looking for Correa. Correa, are we going to win this one back? No, he sort of bundled his way through. Free header at the back post. They've hit the bar. Liverpool hit the bar with 5 minutes to go. And I sort of feel like squad depth is playing an issue here. I think their squad depth is stronger than ours. Traore swings in across. Todibo! Todibo has got in the 89th minute. Jean-Claire Todibo, the person that I have been so unhappy that Monaco bought before we got here. But he may have just won us the Europa League at that near post beats the defenders in the air. Meslier couldn't keep it out. It's 2-1 Monaco. Batten down the hatches, my friend. Batten down the hatches. We're not going to change our system. We're just going to put a few more people onto defensive roles and hope that we can see this through. Bourget as a wing back on defend. Rheingold as a wing back on defend. You can all keep doing what you're doing, but don't need to underlap now. Slow the pace down. Keep that width, that's fine. Do not counter press, but you can try and... We don't even need to do either of these. Slow it down a lot and don't press as much. Let them have the ball at the back. Stay on your feet. Let's trap them wide, I think, because they're not playing with that much width at the moment. And bloody hell, just hold on, boys. Just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. 5 minutes of time added on. We're already through 2 minutes of it. 3 minutes of it. Are we going to win the Europa League with a header from a player that I didn't want at my club? It looks like we are. 95 minutes have been played. We've done it! We've bloody won the Europa League with Monaco. Wow, we've been at the club, what, like 2 months? 2 months we've been at this club and we have just won the Europa League, which is going to give us our backdoor entrance to the Champions League next year as well. Unbloody believable. AS Monaco, we've done it as a journeyman as well, winning our first European trophy of the save. And big Jean-Claire Todibo with a header in the 5th, 86th minute, whatever it was, or 89th minute. Absolutely incredible stuff. We win our first European trophy. Get in there. And we win. I can't believe we won it. I cannot believe we've won it. We win the Europa League. We get 7.37 for winning it. Medals are given out. Deschamps is happy for the fans. The board are delighted. We get another 3 million, another 2.7 million. We get into the Champions League as well. And the budgets they've given us, £54 million with 2 million per week as well. Absolutely superb. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. And we only pay out a tiny little bit in bonuses to these players as well for getting there. But who the hell are you? Oh, you're my assistant manager. Probably should know that. But yeah, wow. Wowzers. What a way to end our first sort of bit at AS Monaco. It's not even half a season. But we have won Monaco the Europa League. And we're heading next season now into the Champions League, which is absolutely incredible stuff. It's bonkers. 9th place finish, but we are into the Champions League. I think that means we've taken a European spot off Strasbourg, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we took over in 14th. We've got them up to 9th. We've won them a Europa League as well. Let's go and attack PSG next season. There will be a massive overhaul of this squad, and I can't wait to show you what we've done in the next episode. Please do leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're enjoying this series, leave me a comment and just tell me what's been your favourite club of the series so far. But for now, I'm out. Cheers. Europa League. Come on.